So, the law says in a person's crime, where a person is dying, being killed. Obviously, if you're being killed, you're dying.
Country music inspired by.
It's down count instead of a up count. The law says if it's a person's crime, you're to stand firm that it's a person's crime. You're not to stand firm persons or the site of a person's or even the law, because there's no law that says you have to further these people or their psychosis or the undoing of their psychosis, which America actually takes part in. They bring foreigners over and put them through the law system and reiterate how English thinks, believe it or not. So to actually know that process exists and to tell a judge, hey, I'm in a civil case, you can commit murder, and the judge will be like, what law says that the cops can't commit murder? Like, are you fucking dumb? So DOD brought a lawsuit because the law committed murder. For me, not for someone else. So, they're like, in theory, no, the documents are actually filed, that we have to contact this guy, this family, specifically because a judge committed the act of murder, which means nothing to me. I do not care who he killed. I do not care how he killed or why he killed. Well, he thought he was doing the law. He murdered someone, which is a criminal act. And the DOD had to bring a lawsuit and notify me that the law was broken. And in their historical reference, committed murder. So I don't care who they murdered, how they murdered. I don't care what they murdered, when they murdered. None of it's all irrelevant. You guys owe me. There was law discussion. You guys were insured to follow the law 20 years. You didn't follow the law for 20 years. The DOD has you down as committing espionage and treason by killing each other. And it's not just a killing. Like, he's like, fuck, they just killed 20 of them. So and we all understand parole or probation or whatever the fuck it's called. So, I don't understand it, of course. It hit national security. National security could no longer protect the country in specific actions that they were doing. They were out at life in houses and could no longer be there. Literally the cool shit, you know. Because the law says that's cool, that stuff's cool, that it's it's also not illegal to tell them, hey, you commit murder, and actually blatantly within the same sentences define that they had to call. So the cop figured he'd go off and call war and lose on top of it. So it's pretty horrible. Yeah, so one of the DOD statements when the cop went off was to leave him alone. You know, he's went off to do something. And I'm like, to lose. So it's pretty horrible.